Morning, everyone. This is a twin flame read. The time is 10:22, and that is the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool taking a leap of faith. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Lots of love and blessings out to everybody. I am ha. I am hum. I am at and so it is. Okay. So any of the chanting, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Just some examples of what you can do. And we're going to roll the die, and we're just doing the twin flame read today. I did a little side read for the divine masculine this morning to go in conjunction with that. It's just a mini read to confirm some of the energies that may come up during the read. So here's the die for the twin flames today. We have Leo. We have the number 10, a turn for the better with the Wheel of Fortune. And we have Mercury, the little munchkin there. Let's see if I can clarify that there. Okay, so Mercury is all about communication, and I believe we're in Mercury retrograde. I don't know what the dates were, so I know it was coming. So I think we're in Mercury retrograde right now, but we have the 10 and then Leo energy as we're approaching Leo soon. And of course, Lionsgate's always very important. And so here is the picture for the twin flame read today. This is the SIRIAN Starseed deck for those of you not familiar. And here is the complete read that you see in front of you. And then here is a side read for divine masculine that I just added as an after, like kind of confirmation after, or this morning rather, because I did the read yesterday afternoon. And so here we go. Okay, so it's beautiful and sunny out this morning. I went out to ground, so I hugged my tree leaves for a little bit to see what came up. And I always get a very grounding effect. It might take a minute or two sometimes, where sometimes I'll just feel tingling start to rise from my feet. And today I was getting some visuals because I literally put my face in the leaves, and I was just getting like a little apostrophe kind of shaped mark on one side, and then a bigger mark that looked like a pie, but with the top line curved up. Kind of like a more oriental symbol like this, okay, like that. So, and that one was very thin lined and more white, and the apostrophe that was smaller but thicker was more magenta color. And it was as a plane was flying by, and hearing the birds chirping, and it's a beautiful sunny calm day. So those were the energies I was getting. And there's a bee flying by. I always have a couple bees in the front. So now we're going to get into the read. And this was done yesterday, the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 7:51. Actually, this was done last night at 7:51 p.m. 7 is the Chariot, 51 is the King of Swords. If I mess up with my words, I am Virgo, so I'm definitely affected when Mercury goes retrograde, unknowingly. And then we have the comment of flames and ES, which again is the reflection of, I told you this the other day, 32. Oh, look at that. My little ant friend came here. I never have ants in my living room, guys, but sometimes they come to say hello to me. He's crawling on me. What are you doing in here? Okay, so maybe he's going to... You want to go on the cards and give us some messages? Nope, he's doing his own thing. Okay, so the ES is the reflection of 32, and that came up yesterday or the day before, whenever I let you know that. And 32 is the journey. It's the Six of Wands, but also comes up as the Sophia with an F, whereas 32 is Christ and Sophia with a PH. So you see how they all work out. We have the finished read at 812, which is 8 of the Strength card, the inner and outer strength, the manifestation of dreams, and then the 12 of the Hangman, which is all about wisdom and seeing a new perspective. The major arcana for this read were Strength, Transition, which is the Death card, and Solar Deity, which is the Sun. Before the read was Karma and Alchemy. Karma is Judgment card, Alchemy is the Temperance card, and then after the read, the Chariot came up. I always pull 5 cards, not always, but usually it's 5 cards on either end of the read, making it a 21 card read, which is the world and completion. So we had 3 Pentacles, 2 Cups, 2 Wands, and 1 Sword. So 3, 2, 2, 1. So again, the 32 comes up here, which is the journey, and 21, which is the world, which those are the 2 numbers I just described to you. That's so weird. All right, so then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Wands. All right, so the King and Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here in the read. Before the read was the Knight of Wands. All right, so we have a Queen of Wands and a Knight of Wands, which can be a couple or 2 children. It could be the Queen of Wands with a message. And then we have the King and Queen of Pentacles, which can be a couple or siblings. We also have the 9 of Cups, but it is reversed today. All right, so there's someone who's not satisfied with themselves or not happy being alone, that type of energy. We had triple 8s in the read today, so significant for manifesting your dreams and coming into union. With the 3 8s, it's like the 2 8s are the twins, both dancing side by side, both dancing in balance within their masculine and feminine, but not merged yet in union, in physical union, because you're always in etheric union. But the third 8 like tips it over into the infinity symbol, which then is the union of the flow back and forth and the dance between the actual masculine and feminine. So we have the 44 and the 99 as well, which is 44 is the grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, the 4 of Cups, which others may see as boredom, but we know now it's all about grounding and integrating the energies we have just experienced. And then 99, which is a lot of compassion for endings and selflessness and perhaps being alone with the Hermit. The 9 is also the collective consciousness, so it's the one and the all. The other numbers that came up here were 48, which is the walking away within of the 8 of Cups, the 1 in a lesser sense, and the 10 were in a lesser sense. They're not the focus today, but they are present, the beginning, right? That's the transition from the ending to the new beginning. But more of the focus was the 3 of coming together and the 7, 8, 9, which is the 5D, but also the 7, the 8, and the 9, which is the calm before the storm, and then the ending. Or the energies I just described with the triple 8s and double 9s and the 7 of the Chariot. So we also had 47 here, which is the 7 of Cups, the synchronicities or the choices we have. 78, which is the end of the deck. It's the 10 of Pentacles, the ultimate family, heaven on earth perhaps. And then 89, which is the Phi energy of expansion and contraction, but not about expansion and contraction, but actually about, what was the word they gave me yesterday? Oh, I have to look it up again. I did write it on the top of the page. So it's just like the victim being between the perpetrator and the savior. Reflection is the middle. So the one in the middle has the power, right? Because the victim has the power to shift and then pull the 2 ends closer to the middle, closer to the oneness. And, you know, the outliers, the polarities, bringing them closer to the center and balance. So reflection is what does that between expansion and contraction. So it's really about expansion and reflection. Reflection being the focus there. Very interesting there. Okay, still feeling into that. And I was getting a little bit of stress in the heart and bringing up those topics. And so that's the energy I'm picking up from that. We have the code line was all about relationship change and healing, along with the number 3, which is all about coming together, siblings, joy. The 3 has to do with Gaia and the Empress, and of course the Trinity energy, the 3rd energy. And the messages that came up here, we also had the numbers 9, 10 begin again, which is also the 0 behind 91, which is the reflection of the sun. So I always see that as the central sun with source behind it. The message here was to give and receive, to drink, yawn, convalesce, and die in a show of power. Remember, there is no such thing as death. It's always about transformation. To give and receive, to drink, yawn, and remember, yawn can be a purge, convalescence and die in a show of power up, being present to the soul of Jesus. But I was also getting the name Solon, which is really funny because I know a Solon, one of the doctors I used to work with. So also the squirrels coming up, the devil, and the fans, right? The fans. I guess it can be a fan, a cooling fan, but it was more coming up about the fans of the show, you know, of athletes and singers and whatever that is. The squirrel, the devil, and the fan. Right? The squirrel is that nervous energy, right? Squirrels never stop. They keep going and running around. When the devil's around and the devil with their fans up, and that could be fanning up like a porcupine with their quills, right? When they're defensive or on the defense. There could be a game coming up with offense and defense. But a youthful show of power here with the 3rd energy and the soul of Jesus. To seize or come to an end. The 4th note, the 4th quarter, in a show of power up, being present in the moment of the gift of the soul of Jesus, or the Son Jesus, or the one alone and unique, left to the left and soil, sunlight or sunny side, solid in a liquid, the salt, gold, that's solid in a liquid, the sole of a shoe, the solution, a merry girl, mud, wet sand. And remember, we're supposed to stand in mud in order to try to make that light bulb light up, because you need that connection of water. Dark and soiled, French coin, alone and just. The weather the worst, on the floor, the ground, the land, the soil, and the earth. The messenger, the envoy, the star, the shoulder to lean on. So that was all coming up around Jesus. But it also can be around the definition for EN, which is for me is code Jesus, but it also means to be and exist. It means and, well, and, by, to, of, in, into, he, him, them, his, her, its, ye, you, this, with, one, plus within, inside of them, as soon as, how, but then, wave, and look, behold, to stand upon him, juniper, to look, food, meal, and the letter N, which for me is code Christ. So the code line, the last interpretation that came up here was the 4, the number 4, because we always talk about the 3, that the 3 is everything with the Trinity, but the 4 is coming up as not of this world, because that's when you go home, like the phone home with E.T. yesterday. The 4 is the 4th quarter, the show of power. The 9-inch nails, the show of power up, powering up energy. 9-inch nails, present in the worst weather, in which to exist, or to the messenger, behold. Okay, so this energy of the second coming of Christ here in the 4th quarter. Coming home, right? You going home. And going home is always to source, because we're all part of the same energy. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is the first card in the underlying energy here. So here's the Sage of Crystals, as it's called, in the SIRIAN Starseed deck, and with the 5 cards below, which I'm going to tell you now, and then the, sorry, it's not in focus, and then the clarifiers on top in the mini deck. So below the Queen of Pentacles reversed from the bottom up was Karma upright, Alchemy reversed, again, which is the Temperance card reversed, Impatience, the 4 of Cups upright, the Knight of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Cups reversed here. So with the Knight of Wands reversed and Impatience, you know, that's not a good combination. And there is karma or judgment here around that. A wake-up call, a judgment, an announcement, somebody being called out. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands reversed. You know, that could be someone who's just ungrounded and someone who's, you know, tuckered out, who just fell short on energy. But also can be the player energy and the one who's all about the money. And that could be a female. That could be both of her energies. But we have judgment, announcement, karmic wake-up call to losing patience or temper, grounding and integrating the player falling short, being dumped or duped, overwhelmed, purging or crying a lot, sweating it out with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, dumping a load, a burden, responsibilities, or confessing to the Hierophant to get back into the fold. And this could even be literal confession at church with the Hierophant. The Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help, money, or opportunity, unable to manifest on their own. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, taking a break, a rest from mothering perhaps, or a grown child on break from college. Or the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Definitely here could be mother and child, or mother who's in need of help. The Queen of Pentacles could just be someone in need of help, but it definitely could be mother and child as well. In a 5D connection, this also could be a couple where one's younger than the other, the masculine's younger than the feminine, or not getting along but sleeping together. And this could be two people who are mad at each other but still have to sleep together, or who are apart but feeling that energetic sexual connection. Somebody, a child, could have gotten in trouble here at church or synagogue or temple, whatever it is for you, and kicked out. A family may have gotten kicked out of their place of worship, but now returning or being let back in, or someone was suspended from school and now being able to return. The Page of Wands reversed and the King of Swords upright may be moving or visiting or unstable with the gate open, so somebody might have let a pet get out around the neighborhood, and or then may have attacked someone or blamed even for a death here, and that may be an extreme circumstance. Obviously, that's most people is not a death here, but there may be one person that experienced something like this, or visiting a Leo or kids out of control or sick, the Bull and Lion, which is stubbornness and ego, unable to get to Pisces or seal Divine Feminine, but they are trying to get to her, right? So it's like the negative energy is trying to get to the Divine Feminine, but they can't because nature protects her. Or there could be a suicide attempt as well, or a drowning in a pool, or can't sleep, weak or sick, in quarantine, with everyone thinking bad things about them, or they think everyone's thinking bad things about them. So if someone got a virus, so if someone got COVID, maybe they think they're a bad person because they didn't get vaccinated, or if maybe they did get vaccinated and maybe think they're a bad person because God still made them sick. But this is, it's coming up more as the interpretation of the person being what needs to shift, right? They need to not care, first of all, what other people think, and shift what they believe in, because that's what's going to manifest for them, because things are shifting very quickly now. We had Aquarius upright, Sag reversed, Taurus upright, Leo reversed, and Pisces upright here. Also, this can be quarantine, so this can be not only COVID or other kind of flus that you can catch. It also can be dealing with AIDS and any kind of something that has a stigma attached to it here, since there's other people who could perhaps think badly of that person. At 9-10, begin again. Overworking, not working out. So things may not be working out at work, or this could be someone who's working so much they don't have time to work out. Holding on, saving, being moderate. As the bird takes off to the stars, while the magician is insecure or saving just in case, like a backup plan. But one of the energies that has come up has to do with not having a backup plan, because if you have a backup plan, that means you don't have faith in your first plan. So remember that. Floating gold coin for tainted water. So that's very interesting. Using a blessed coin. So maybe some of you, I know a twin actually who does some of this work of healing nature, where, but here it's specifically saying to bless a coin, you know, put your energy into a gold coin to send into the tainted water. And I was getting Aaron Brockovich. So that could literally be near some kind of plant that's poisoning the waters. Or literally there could be some kind of gold coins that aren't real gold coins that are being dumped into waters, which are actually poisoning the waters. That could be as well. A view to a killing or moving up to the east side, or a rising star here. And again, Aaron Brockovich may be that. Maybe someone found something and just helping someone out, whether it's a private investigator or a law firm or a political party or just a family who, and Spirit's connecting with me. This is very important. You don't need to be someone to help. So this is saying even someone in a family, just even a child helping out their parents, but getting inspired to really dig into something that they found that was off. And even if their parents tell them, no, that's nothing, don't worry about it, the child knowing and trusting their own instincts and then looking further into it, even a child can make a huge difference when they trust themselves. So this is literally, and Spirit's still connecting with me, someone, especially a child here, digging something up when even the parents said, don't worry about it, but they trusted their own instincts and actually got to something that was hidden that was really important to find out. But this also could be a rising star, like Erin Brockovich rose to stardom, right? She started out as a secretary and ended up with $1 million, right? So Aquarius upright and Gemini and Virgo both reversed. Chemistry, and then beneath that, love yourself first. The Three of Cups upright and reunion coming together for a new passion and burning the past. Crying, purging, dumped, no longer obsessing about a partnership or perhaps their own dependence, or no longer obsessing about being number two, the second prize, or about lost love. Heart in hand and glued to the glass ceiling, purging distant connection, but no longer obsessing, or being number two in relationships, or being in two relationships simultaneously. All right, that can be for anyone who's married and a twin, because they're always in a relationship with their twin. So we have financial discipline, which is 48, the Eight of Cups, walking away and within. And beneath financial discipline is synchronicities, which is 87, the reflection of 78, which is the dream family. And so synchronicities are coming up of the reflection of the dream, right? The syncs are giving you clues about how to get to your specific dream. And it's 10:44 on the clock, 22:05 here. All right, so we have 10:44, which is a term for the better, and grounding, integrating, mastering, and love. And then 22:08 here, which is the 22 of the Fool, of a fresh new start, the beginning of an open heart and a leap of faith. And the 8 of manifesting your dreams, all right? So I just said that. We have the new love at a distance, self-love in disconnect, the Hermit and the Tower, sudden events or epiphanies. And remember, the Tower can be sexual, can be an orgasm as well. Or Virgo and Scorpio, both upright here, both strong and choosing a new path. And these could be two people together, and it's very interesting. I'm Virgo, my son's Scorpio, and so speaking for myself, that works out perfectly. Both strong and choosing a new path, inspired Page of Wands, which can just be their inspiration, or a separate person, the Page of Wands. To come clean, that could be a fiery energy, coming clean or cleaning up their act. Or inspired to clean the house or do tile work, which is very interesting. Oh, you guys, I watched a movie that I've watched a long time ago that's so enjoyable. So you might want to watch it again, but it just came up on Netflix, is Terminal. It's with Tom Hanks, but it's that movie about the guy who gets stuck in the airport. Yeah, if you haven't seen that in a long time, or you've never seen it, you need to watch that. So in the movie, he literally makes this beautiful tile work. Like, he took out all the water fountains weren't working right, so he pulled them all out at night and made this beautiful tile work wall. But this was coming up with the tile work here. Or inspired to clean house or do tile work. So again, you may be cleaning the floors or repairing floors. Or stinky oranges in the trash. Perhaps moving to Florida and still being a bit sneaky here. Or Romeo is cleaning up for Juliet and deciding where to take her before they have to go. Coming clean to the Page or to the Queen of Pentacles reversed, who, is earth energy. So it's Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, but it can be just someone with a lot of earth in their chart. It doesn't have to be one of those sun signs, especially when she's reversed. So the Queen of Pentacles reversed is coming clean about neighborhood rounds, or anything that's been going on in the neighborhood with neighbors, or like I said, a pet may have gotten out and bit someone, or just, this could be issues between neighbors or friendliness between neighbors, or maybe you have a neighborhood watch. There's something about neighborhoods that was definitely coming up in this read. the sealed divine feminine, or Pisces with insecurities about being at a distance and needing to be financially disciplined. And this could be kids leaving home for the first time too. You know, maybe the parents and or them are both worrying about whether or not they can be financially disciplined when they're at school by themselves. And this was at 9:25, which is the Hermit, the 25 of the Knight of Wands. And that definitely could be a child, you know, excited to go to college away from their parents where they can do whatever they want, including with the Knight of Wands having sex, right? So we have the underlying energy of the High Priestess upright, which is beautiful energy. It's the psychic, it's very spiritual and floaty and etheric and quiet, you know, that quiet knowing energy. Pisces energy floating on air. And then after this read was coming up the energy of the Tower event, the 10 of Swords reversed, which is good for me, because for me that's bliss. That's the swords coming out and the bliss setting in. The sudden event, the epiphany, the bliss of the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community. This can be the world at large as well, doing really well, and or an inheritance, a legacy. Conflicted by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who's being stubborn, on strike, or unable to function, or being a block, right? Stuck and blocking someone else, not feeling like they have the tools or feeling insecure, with the Hermit shedding light on them. Gemini or Virgo reversed, and also Virgo upright here. So there could be two different Virgos here. And the Hermit's upright. So they're doing their thing. And that can even be like my reads here, shedding light on something. There may be someone who doesn't like that because they feel like it's shedding light on them. But again, this is a general reading. So no one's pointing fingers at anyone. It's supposed to be helpful guidance to help you understand the energies going on around you. And perhaps, you know, when I do personal reads, which I love doing reads with my daughter's friends or the younger generation, because whatever they come in with, the idea that they have in mind of the topic that's going to be coming up during the read is never usually the right topic. You know, the cards really show you what the true fears are, the true topics that are going on, and allow someone to make a shift in their perspective, or the way they've been thinking about things, or the way they think other people around them are thinking, when it could be completely wrong. So under the radar with bad news for the King of Wands, or perhaps a doctor's checkup where it may not be good news. And that could just be someone who's been running themselves in the ground, so they know it's not good news. And maybe they've been having heart stress and they need that checked out. So the recent past here is the 8 of Pentacles reversed, which can be someone overworking, and you can't perpetuate that because you'll kill yourself. But someone may be overworking to clean up their act, with the Page of Cups facing their fears. And this is that innocent, loving energy, or loving message, or puppy love, facing their fears, or facing others' truths. And the Knight of Swords, messenger of truth, then coming at them from an impatient place, or impatient. Somebody might be impatient at a hospital, or losing patience here, or losing someone's temper. This is the fallen angel, the fallen angel kind of place or energy, where someone's dissatisfied, unhappy with themselves, or unhappy being alone, and then freaking out in a sudden event with an epiphany, or blowing their top, their crown, their cover, their mind. Or someone may have blown a tire, or taking the show on the road with their bodyguard, all right? And that's living in fear, right? Because you always have someone trying to protect you. But then that leaves the Star free to not worry. If they do want to have someone to keep people away from them, that makes sense. You know, you're always having people trying to get to you if you're a Star. But the whole point of having that is so that the Star can then be free to be creative and not worry and not be in fear. But that doesn't mean just because they have a bodyguard, they're not in fear. There could be someone who has fear issues and needs to let go of those anxieties. Or Scorpio upright and Cancer upright, standing in their truth and not backing down no matter what, dumping emotional attachments and no longer confused. Walking away and within when presented with the truth if it doesn't resonate with them. The Page of Cups coming clean, which is innocent and loving. So, you know, this needs to be heard. The foundation here is being weak, no strength, or feeling weak, with an announcement of deception of the Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. Queen of Cups reversed can be over-emotional or detached or manipulative, or she's just really sad and crying. And the Page of Wands reversed, uninspired or all over the place physically, you know, having temper tantrums. Or perhaps they're sick or just drained all the time without inspiration. Death and dark night and transition all coming up here with them. So this also could be two people grieving a death. whether it's a human death, a pet's death, the ending of a relationship, the ending of the school year, or Leo reverse, blasting an alarm to wake up the Queen of Cups reversed. And she may have Cancer in her chart, or she may have Cancer, and that's why she's the Queen of Cups reversed, without energy or inspiration. But Scorpio upright here, the Page of Wands reversed can be a Scorpio here. So somebody might, someone may never wake up. So the Leo reversed is, letting their ego out of control and blasting the alarm to wake up the Queen of Cups. Because they may think that she's just ignoring them or being lazy, when it may not be that at all. But waking both of them up, the Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. Or the Scorpio or Page of Wands reversed may be the one blasting the alarm. But it's coming up with the Leo reversed. It can be a Sagittarius too. I don't necessarily get Aries with this Strength card too much, but it could be any fire sign, I suppose. So there also could be an announcement before dawn, or waking up before dawn, to find the Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands reversed had passed away. I mean, that's obviously not most people, maybe one incident of that. I hope not, and that could just be them being dead tired as well and refusing to get up. Or Scorpio had left them before dawn. And this is at 9:41. And again, this could be a pet that ran away. At 9:41, which is the Hermit and the Ace of Cups, right? Being alone and alone again, naturally. So that's the second time that's come up, because it came up another time in this read. We have Leo reversed, Aquarius upright, Cancer reversed, and Scorpio upright here. You might want to look up those lyrics for Alone Again, Naturally. The center energy here is the Nine of Cups reversed. This is dissatisfaction with self, not getting your way, not getting your wish, not wanting to be alone. This can be arrogance as well. Dissatisfaction, unhappy, alone. Again, Alone Again, Naturally came up right here with the center of the read. So that should be the name of the read today. But of course, there's lots of other energies coming up in that read, not just this. But it is the center. So feeling like you are without options except to present the truth to one who's grieving or feeling guilty, now walking away without a word, while another fends off people like a bodyguard. No need to defend self or rebuttal at the workplace, or no need to wait for a reply. And this is someone who's standing in the truth no matter what. It's not a discussion. It's someone stating their truth, whether you like it or not. That's it. And if you want to try to argue with me about it, I have to walk away. And it's 10:55 on the clock, which is the truth and a turn for the better. They're just unhappy there. And the challenge being the Three of Wands upright, being present to the flame, the lovers coming clean or cleaning up their act, and sister act is coming up here too. So suffering in silence, or perhaps dealing with a sister. And this could be no longer wanting to work with your sister, perhaps. Suffering in silence at present and no longer confused, dumping emotional attachments or all others because they found the one. The Empress reversed is foolish and lacking faith, powerless, dependent, coming together, or mother took a fall and sister now must care for her. All business relationship is not working out, as the Page of Pentacles reversed may be abusing themselves. And this could be a child who's doing things like allowing others to abuse them, drinking too much, cutting, all that kind of stuff comes up under self-abuse. The Page of Pentacles reversed may be abusing themselves, perhaps with a lover, allowing that lover to abuse them, or no longer patient or losing their temper with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or Gemini upright and Sag reversed are between the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles both reversed. And then the Six of Cups who are upright, that soulmate energy, or kids really loving each other, awake to the star, healing or dreams come true, with the Seven of Wands standing up for themselves and fending off the Page of Swords reversed from being at a party or gathering and starting an argument. So this could be, two kids having a graduation party, saying there's no way that person's coming to our party because they're going to mess up our party by starting something. And that could be a relative. It could be a cousin, or just someone who's been a friend, or maybe it's a friend of the family and they don't want them to come. And they're not taking no for an answer. So Capricorn and Pisces, or Pisces, reversed here, and Aquarius is upright. Now is the present moment, the Seven of Cups reversed. Perhaps now letting go of emotional attachments or found the one, or coming back downstairs with justice and implementing a plan with the Knight of Pentacles, going back to the Pisces reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, with the world upside down, with their world upside down, or the need to complete the cycle to come clean. Okay, so the Queen of Cups reversed has come up as a Cancer or a Pisces now. The wounded warrior on the outs with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. Libra upright, Pisces reversed, and lots of earth energy here. The King of Swords with girls or daughters, or exposing a downfall now that the worst is over, with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles both reversed. So that can be two people or the same person. The King of Pentacles with his action of blocking others, with the Knight of Pentacles being stubborn, secretly healing insecurities, or secretly healing from manipulations of others. The King of Cups reversed may be grieving here, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed looking at pictures of memories of kids or their own childhood, with the King of Cups weak and detoxing. I just make sure, yeah, the King of Cups weak or detoxing after a delay or arguing and not telling their true feelings. The Knight of Swords may be cracking the whip with the kids and especially what they watch. Awakening to narcissistic Hierophant, Aquarius star, and the King of Wands, his bodyguard. All right, so this could be an air sign and a fire bodyguard. Defending his actions with gossip, spying, lying, and negative self-talk or immature communication, and coming together, there's always an argument here. So soon here's the King of Pentacles reversed, offering passion to the past and being dumped on, or there's passion but no love. The King of Wands is upright, feeling a failure under the radar, and the King of Pentacles reversed with no peace, and the Ten of Cups upright, family, released from anxiety and fear by the jealousy of the Emperor reversed. So this is very important to understand. This Ten of Cups family is happy when the Emperor gets jealous, because the only way they know the Emperor loves them. So the Emperor's busy working all the time, or he could be narcissistic. It just depends on your situation. But he's reversed here. So he's out of control, abusing his power or losing his power. And the family depends on him being jealous of them doing things that he can't, because the family's trying to get him to do things with them. But they have created this codependent relationship that if the Emperor's not jealous, then he doesn't love them, which is terrible, because jealousy is an awful energy to be in. So they release their anxiety and fear by causing fear in the Emperor. And again, that could be a couple that just, manipulates each other, right? If they don't get what they want, they make the other jealous. So then they flirt with other people, or they go on a trip that they're jealous that they can't go on, stuff like that. So someone freaking out and then feeling guilty about freaking out on them, with the Queen of Wands reversed, and again, that's a way of energy stealing as well, right? Getting the Emperor pissed off, and then the family takes all his energy when he freaks out, and then he feels guilty, so there's more fear and anxiety for him. With the Queen of Wands reversed, or the Knight of Swords with the truth coming in to make her feel guilty. Aries reversed, or King of Wands upright and Queen of Wands reversed, in a contract marriage perhaps as well. The King and Queen of Wands, but she's reversed here. And Aries reversed, so the Queen of Wands could be Aries. With the King of Pentacles reversed and the Emperor reversed, perhaps could be the same person, or they could always be at each other's throats. The twin flames are transitioning upward, right? So there's positive transition here, completing a major cycle. But the world is still upside down, and the Six of Cups, that close relationship, are in disconnect or at a distance around the world, with clarity of resistance to seeing the light or any guidance. So someone might be resistant to any kind of guidance, like, guys or girls who don't like going to see a therapist because there's a stigma around that. So Scorpio upright, Pisces upright, and Virgo upright here. Kids at a distance, but loving connection. But the Knight of Pentacles is being a block right here. Being stubborn with Virgo and or Pisces at 10:09, which is a turn for the better, and the 9 of the Hermit, or the endings, the collective consciousness. Or new information is being blocked from the Hermit, or a letter or message has been blocked from them. At 10:10, a turn for the better, 2 wheels. And that's the 2 wheels of the Chariot. Healing family issues, romantic feelings, and wedding. The situation involves marriage. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the 8 of Swords reversed, which is the release from prison, anxiety, and fears. The Knight of Wands reversed, player falling short at work, with the Page of Swords reversed, really immature communication, spying, lying, spreading rumors, or no message at all, trying to keep the balls up in the air at work, or robbing Peter to pay Paul, to move, travel, or get a car, or travel around the world, or for work, leaving the kids behind because it's fun for them when they have no responsibilities. So somebody could be traveling a lot during the year for work. Or releasing kids or young immature employees at work. This could be people getting laid off or fired, or just your own kids who've been helping out, telling them to go because they're not helping. The block here being the Sun upright, which is full energy but also full exposure to conflict with the Emperor reversed and boredom, or grounding and integrating aggression issues. We have partnership change, healing, follow your dreams even more significantly, and teaching and learning. Flirting and casual sex, and then silencing those who would tell. The Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Wands upright in a narcissistic marriage. The King of Wands standing up to the rumors about a social affair and petty arguments and or delays. The Queen of Wands reversed may be unstable, or unstable moving or visiting or ending a marriage in the downturn and awakening of Libra reversed and Capricorn or Pisces reversed. Or a move here is not in her favor due to the slowdown and egos involved. Moving, traveling, or ascending, the Queen of Swords is speaking to the Queen of Wands reversed, lover, or with her lover, or about lovers or affection. Moving or rising, no, moving or visiting due to a sister or suffering in silence, someone not sleeping, which that's funny because my sister can never sleep, crying, purging, starseed out, right? This is a starseed, is that new, it's like the Fool, it's that new energy of taking a leap of faith. But the worst is over about arguing with the Ace of Pentacles, receiving a payoff or an offer of a new life. And this can be an offer of time, money, and effort as well. Or the Queen of Wands reversed is getting between the Queen of Swords and her lover, or Gemini or twin, moving out to end the arguments, delays, but not expressing their true feelings at the same times about wanting a new life. And it could be like someone wanting to get out of a relationship, but they don't want to leave until they can blame the other one for it so they don't look like the bad guy. And this can go both ways. The Queen of Pentacles reversed may be weak in transition of release, not aligning at work, and unhappy or unhappy with self or being alone, challenged by being present or third flame, and the King of Pentacles reversed, exposed, no longer confused, coming back downstairs, dumping stuff or emotional attachments or perhaps the other partner's stuff, to or on the Queen of Wands reversed, who may be coming up here as the warrior, who may be unstable, without sleep, or fell asleep at the wheel, or delays in communication or travel to make a big offer. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is released in coming clean or cleaning up their act or space, and they may just need to manifest they may be having trouble manifesting something, or getting a job, or lost a job, or not making enough money to get by, or just focusing too much on being all about the money instead of focusing on things that are working for them. So in need of strength or good health, not getting their way, no stairway to heaven, and challenged by the Three of Wands, being very present to the flame or the gift of the moment, or just a gift here, seeing a gift for what it is. Transition of the King of Pentacles reversed in release from prison. So someone literally may have gotten out of prison, the King of Pentacles reversed, but it could also just be his own fears and anxieties. And remember, the family caused those on purpose to the Emperor to make them jealous. So this could be that same kind of energy or family. And exposed to the Queen of Wands reversed, leaving to go stay with a sad friend that they haven't talked to in a while, or driving to someone to visit to air out their grievances in a negative exchange, whether that's a friend or someone who's not a friend. And that was the end of the read at 10:30, which is the 10 of a turn for the better and the 30 of the union of the Four of Wands. So then I did the side read. So let's see what comes up in confirmation with that. And this was this morning at 9:28, 29:30 was the time I cut the deck and then did the read. It's a very short read. And this is more about the divine masculine here, okay? So the Queen of Wands reversed came up in this read as well. Broken from pretending not to know. And again, this is someone staying in a relationship because it's easier for them or they don't like being alone, right? They're just doing it for the stability or the money or not being alone. But they're not happy here. The Queen of Wands broken from pretending not to know, and she's been coming up this whole time. The Queen of Wands could be looking at someone on her left, but this card always comes up on the end where the Queen of Wands is looking away, pretending not to know. So you can't tell me that this person didn't know what's going on, because they do. This could be someone pretending not to know because they don't want to leave or have to not have their stability anymore or accept the circumstances of what would happen. So the Queen of Wands reversed, broken from pretending not to know, under the radar, keeping to themselves, unhappy family of the Queen of Wands reversed, and the Chariot reversed, which is her brokenness. That also can be the chaos that is her life. The chaos, the Chariot reversed, I always tell you, is feeling broken, broke up, down, in, or through, or out. It could be a breakout. That could be breaking out of a fight as well with the Chariot reverse, because the Chariot reverse is chaos or complete stuckness. There's an energetic exchange definitely here. And this could be, somebody could have cancer in the family, so they could have been dealing with someone with cancer, but also this could be someone with cancer in their chart, an energetic exchange with walking away from the messenger of truth, being strong or one with the animals and withholding time, money, and effort, or saving for a new life. The recent past was injustice of no offers coming in. The foundation of the Empress reversed in lack or envious, demanding or refusing to help financially or practically, or this could be a mother who's passed. The center energy is the moon upright, the eclipse energies, Cancer upright. So a lot of Cancer energies here. The subconscious and romantic energies, the shadowy aspect of injustice. The challenge being the Queen of Swords upright in her truth, and the now moment without peace. There's no peaceful place to go, at least in your mind. Soon here is recovery or being let back in. That the masculine is the Knight of Cups upright, being love. And around them is the Magician upright with all their tools on board. And this is the masculine being very much in his power. Right? Because he is the Knight of Cups and he's got the Magician embodiment on board there. That's how people are seeing them, because they're being love. So there's your clue. The clue to your empowerment of your tools, of your psychic tools especially, is by just being love. The block here is the Tower, sudden events. This could be, we have a concert hall called the Tower too. Somebody might have gone to a concert. The Tower, sudden events, epiphanies, and or orgasm, or shock, as the King of Pentacles reversed. So you see the players are all coming up in the same positions that they did in the other read. Dealing with the Emperor now upright here, working into the night, drop the ball or breaking patterns on purpose with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, world, or legacy. There could be treasures here or the community chest, perhaps with an irresponsible person in charge of the money. Depression and or arrogance starting over now that the worst is over, and perhaps the bliss setting in, drained and overexposed and yet happy memories of kids and sovereign or partner, diddling around the house while the masculine was at the workplace, sharing and being charitable, settling or settling out. Or these were fond memories of a soulmate, independent and happy, and has all she needs. And then the masculine here fixing up the house and yard while working perhaps in the basement or imagining how things could be. So they can be charitable with their time, money, and effort because they can do everything from one place. Self-love, spiritual love, and new love, the big love, the holy grail love, patience and a higher love, focusing on the heart and the 5D connection, healing patients or their own patients without using a knife. So this could be psychic surgery as well, which is what we do with Reiki and other modalities of healing. So 946 is when this ended, which is the Hermit, and the 46 is 1111. 46 is the Six of Cups, the children in the garden loving each other, and we have 49. I'm past the seconds, but 49 is the Get Your Wish card. So there's this read for the masculine ends on a really positive note. It's like really making a shift and a change. And we're going to pull a few oracle cards here. Really positive at the end of this read. Really beautiful, actually. So let us and lettuce is lettuce. So we're going to pull from the Starseed Oracle and see what comes up for the twin flames as we wrap up this read. What is the energy that the twin flames need to take away from this read? Excuse me. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. All right, 2 cards came out. The bottom of the deck, the underlying energy is the spine of fire. True self, passion, motivation, and purpose, right? This is being very focused with your safety and security here. The 29 of being very present in the moment, which is the, the point of creation, that 0 point. So that's the underlying energies. And then we have, these 2 cards came out together. The Pleiadian Stargate, so you might want to focus on the Pleiadians if you are focusing on any of the ETs. Freedom, sensitivity, beauty, and sensuality. And then here we have Alpha Aryan Stargate. So we have 2 Stargates. Artistry, expression, community, and celebration. Okay, so focus on, if you're resonating with one or the other, focus on the image because they're activation images. Okay. All right, let's go to the animals because we need nature here as well, right? As above, so below. We have the Starseed deck, and now we have the Animal Spirit deck. There's some stress coming up with this. So, the grounding with nature is what helps you relieve stress, and exercise and meditation, of course. All right, let's see what comes up with the animal deck for you guys. Twin flames. All right, so the owl won't go back in, which is all about wisdom, right? And the owl's a hoot. Oh, look, there's the fight, right? This is where everybody can't look away because it's so enticing to look at the conflict there. And there's the tarantula. There's one more coming up, and that's the camel. And then the dragon. That's it. Nope, there's one more actually, the crocodile. All right, so we're going to look into that a little bit. The bottom of the deck is the snake, and this is coming full circle. And I've always seen this card as the snake being the rainbow bridge. And when it comes around the world and seals, then the energy of the rainbow from the rainbow bridge then goes into the earth, making this heaven on earth. Okay? And there's the golden egg behind it, which should be surrounded with aqua energy. It's the mother love, especially in the divine feminine's heart. And here's coming full circle, which is definitely the energy that's now bringing the rainbow into heaven on earth in the 4th density. But that doesn't mean you're just 4D. It means you're 5D and up in the 4th density. If you are starseed or twin, you've been 5D and above since the get-go. But it's just becoming more and more of your day becoming 5D and above. But now we're physically leaving the 3rd density in the 4th density now. So we definitely are in the 2-world split, if not the 3-world split. So 3 different ways of being, whether of this world, not of that world, the old world, and then someone being both worlds, or living in all dimensions at once. We have, and again, everyone can choose their own destiny, and whatever is right for them is right for them. It doesn't make them wrong just because they don't agree with you. We have the owl. This is like, I see this as the boxing fight, or this is the car accident where everyone has to see what happened. They can't look away. This also can be ganged up on, it's the army ants. This can be a war. And something that has to happen that's so tragic that everybody's kind of stunned into submission. And being wise when you come across something like this to send love. And then we have the tarantula, right? And the tarantula is actually more scary looking than it actually is. Now the black widow, may be more dangerous, but the tarantula is not as dangerous as the black widow. They just look kind of scary to a human because they look very different from us, right? You don't understand them. It's the unknown. I'm going to read some of this too. We have the camel, and the camel is very independent. It's like the owl and the camel they're far away from the fight. They're kind of onlookers being more neutral, right? Because he's very independent. He's got the water, he's got a ride, He's not fazed too much by many things. And then we have these very spiritual, profound energies of the dragon, and then look at the crocodile, which is coming up as the same energy, except his eye is lit up with yellow and green. Okay? And I'm sweating like crazy right now. All this fight energy is coming up in me. I always feel masculine energies when they rise, and that's when I get totally sweaty. All right, it's usually just when I'm doing your reads here. All right, so we have the owl, which is the masculine air, of course. The owl, where are you, owl? You're going to be near the end, I'm sure. So the owl is abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in particular in this deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi, and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure, and the treasure chest came up in the read, that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With the owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When you're in balance, as the owl, you're generous, trusting, and secure. But when they're out of balance, there may be money quarrels or scarcity. And to bring into balance, make an offering. And I want to bring up the fire ants too, because them and the tarantula are both fire. So the owl may be called to make an offering here after having quarrels about money or being the bigger person, that kind of energy coming up. All right, we have a camel right in a row too. Let's see. And let's see where they are. There's a lot of fire signs here. Where are the ants? They're probably in the beginning. Yeah, the fire ant is the first, and they usually get more spiritual as the chapter goes on. So the fire ant's the first one. Aggression, rigid thinking, and following orders. The fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation that only makes things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. So when they're in balance, they can be thoughtful and disciplined. You know, it's your army of workers. But when they're out of balance, they argue, have excess heat, and gossip. To bring back into balance, solo time and walks at night. And that's that walking away and within, you know. And then we have the tarantula, which is at a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows that you'll choose wisely. When in balance, the tarantula follows their intuition. But the tarantula may be scary to some people because they look very different. They don't know the tarantula, but they follow their intuition. When they're out of balance, they may hesitate and over-intellectualize things. To bring back into balance, daily journaling for the tarantula. I already told you much about the camel's independence. They're resourceful, independent, and they know oneself. They're calm, content, and have a sparkle in their eye, but when they're out of balance, it's because they're dehydrated or lack vitality. So they need a pilgrimage or plus water. And then we have the dragon and crocodile. So the crocodile is water. Where is that croc? The croc's the beginning of water too, so that's like the ants. Resting, submerging, cooling energy, cooling off. It reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. right? It's not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait and see. It doesn't mean lying around and hoping life's challenges will disappear. They're much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing and building energy, filling up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. So they can be wise, patient, and silent powerhouse, but when they feel stuck, they lash out. So then they need rest or the Makarasana pose. And then we have the dragon. So I want to read the dragon because that's the spiritual chapter, which is the most significant of the book. And the dragon is the face of the book. All right, so the dragon is seeing one's most true self and balancing the ego. And here's the picture again of the dragon. Okay, the dragon sees everything, but here, the dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. And this was 1 o'clock when we started reading this one here. When we look into the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self. You know, it's your higher self energy, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. And it's described as the inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The dragon is the third chakra, the solar plexus, the confidence within, the fire. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center, the Manipura Chakra. This translates into the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. And that's a Virgo energy. Virgos have trouble with digestion because their intestines are ruled by Virgo. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. So it's not only balancing your heart, but also your solar plexus and your other chakras as well. Okay, so just rebalancing yourself. It's like everyone's going to have a different perspective and a different issue, but it's all about going within and rebalancing your particular imbalance because everyone has a different way of perceiving things. Okay, I will pull you a Journey of Love card since we're just over 1 hour anyway. Just one card, please. One card from the Journey of Love. Well, they gave me 2. We have acceptance on the bottom. 55 is the truth, accepting the truth. And this is that beautiful fairy tale land, that enchanted forest, the acceptance of what is, of the love and beauty that actually is. And then the cards that came up is the Eruption of Light, and this is like the, coming to the center and creating. This is the Hieros Gamos, the 11 of Justice, and the 51 of the King of Swords, Dream a Little. Okay, this could be a Libra, King of Swords. So let's see what this has to say for you. Eruption of Light, dream a little. If you believe it, it is. It's saying for those who are very intellectually minded, it's maybe hard for them to let go of that and actually allow their dreams to come true. When they may be very powerful manifestors, but they're blocking themselves by not allowing themselves to believe in something that isn't there already, seeing past what is. And not needing to prove everything, right? Because everything's done by research in in the 3D world, right? So number 11 is the Eruption of Light. Your every prayer is a power-packed eruption of light beamed into the divine presence. Some pray with fear or doubt, as if that prayer is not doing much at all. Yet you understand that prayer is powerful, that it is divine action set in motion. Your power of the divine prayer emerges from your heart and out through your throat, Whether you speak or sing your prayer silently within your own mind or aloud for all the world to hear, let your prayers be vocalized as feeling expressed to the divine in words or song if you choose. You have the power to heal at your fingertips and vocal cords. Through your voice you can heal. Let your hands be joined in prayer position at your heart and your mouth open to let the breath of your spirit move through your throat, creating sound. As you speak it, so shall it be. This oracle holds a message for you. Your words have more power than you may realize, and you have a special ability to heal with words. So bring light where it's needed and to uplift through simple kindness spoken. You also have a message to bring. It might be an urge to write or speak on topics that are close to your heart. You may also simply have the need at a soul level to share from the heart with others when you're engaged in conversations. The oracle says your voice is part of your power, so do use it. And the poem simply states, life begins with love. To complete itself again, symmetry is born. And again, that's the balance. So dream a little. Dream a little dream of you. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. It was just 555, and rise and be loved, guys. See you soon. Bye.